Hello, I'm Serenity. This is my channel. Here are the dogs. We have Clover, Nebula, Ginger back there, and welcome to a surgery eye vlog. I'm going to be taking you with me as I get my routine eye surgery and the recovery of it. So let's get into it. It was the night before surgery and I could not fall asleep. It was 3 a.m. I looked like a brat, a mess, trying to fall asleep, but we had to be up by 7 the next morning. So here's the eye. Absolutely no tube in the eye. Look at her. And then it was time. I was dressed, ready to go, hair in braids, no metal in my body. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep. I was sent to do the most embarrassing thing, the pregnancy test. It's great. Then I got changed into my hospital gown. They gave me this fun hat. Afterwards, we got home. So here's a first look at the tube in my eye. Commitment to showing myself looking my absolute worst on the internet needs to be studied. I don't even know if you can hear me, but this is how loud my voice goes because the tube was down my throat. Because obviously they're working through my nose. They can't put oxygen here. They shove a tube down your throat. It's 8 p.m. I have only eaten a muffin today. I meant to order soup. I never did. I probably should have done that yesterday. I don't know if I can get it delivered. So I might just order Mexican food, which they told me not to do, but I don't really care. It doesn't hurt per se. I have a slight headache. Haven't eaten all day. Probably haven't hydrated as much since I fell asleep. I was supposed to wake up like 2 hours ago, but I just didn't. I'm gonna take this. This marker always takes forever to get off. Gotta be real gentle because right here is where the tube is. Football's on in the background. I'm sorry if you can hear it. I'll give you like a full debrief of the surgery tomorrow, but it was 20 minutes. It's such a routine surgery for me at this point. They thread it through the hole that is now in my cartilage bone very slightly. You can see that my nose is just tiny bit smaller on this side, the tiniest bit because they drilled a hole in it. There's someone with a similar last name to me. Well, I have 2 last names, but my first last name. So I got this fun bracelet for the first time in my life. I usually only get like the allergy risk, but really, why is there pork in a day surgery center? I don't want to irritate it too much because that kind of hurts. I didn't really have plans today. I got all my schoolwork done. I have to turn in a paper, but if the paper is written, there's just no place to turn it in yet. And then I have to reply to 2 classmates on a discussion board, but no one has done it yet, and it's Thursday. I'm the only one that's done it. So I'll turn the paper in. Hopefully there's a link by tomorrow. And hopefully someone has replied by tomorrow. I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm probably just going to watch the Mormon Wives of TikTok. I'm not a big reality TV person, but I love it. And let's go find out the food. That's the best we're going to get for now. Still slightly there, but it kind of looks like a black freckle. Let's go find me dinner. We picked up Dutch Bros. This is just a sweet tea. Sweet peach? Sweet tea. This is pretty good. I have no nails on, obviously, because they get really mad at me when I have nails on, and that was nail week, and I just chose to hold off. I'm gonna eat Chewies, something I shouldn't eat, but no one wanted pho but me, so I went the other route. I can order pho tomorrow. And we're just gonna watch the Mormon Wives together. Here's my burrito and rice. Oh my god, this burrito is max from Chewies. It is bean and cheese with tomatillo on top. Also say hi, Titan. Hi! I have not changed. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna change. I just redid my braids. I've been working in bed since like 9-ish. I had a lot of emails to reply to. No one tells you how long it takes to email professors. I have spent like 2 hours doing that. But I'm gonna change. I'm gonna eat something and then just continue working in bed. I sent one of my assignments through email because there's no place to send it, but I want to make sure it's in. An assignment popped up for my science class, so I'm gonna have to do that real quick. It's already late, but it wasn't on the syllabus. So I don't think I should be faulted for that. I'm trying not to do too much because, I mean, I still have anesthesia in me. Shouldn't be doing much for at least till tomorrow-ish. It is time to take this off, but I wanted to point out, okay, this is random, but you see how it's like off to the side? I'm used to having IVs all the time. This is such a bad angle. I'm used to having IVs, but this one hurt. Oh my god, it bled a lot. Ow. Oh, I'm not going to show you that. Growing up with blood disorders, I'm very used to being poked and prodded. I know how to give myself an IV at home to push factor 8. I had to be trained on that. This IV hurts so bad. I don't know why. It even like ballooned. I don't know why she put it there. So I have 2 veins, as you can see. This is the main vein that they usually go for. She put it where they connected, and it hurt so bad because if you don't know how an IV works, it's called a bival, and it's this half diamond shape, I guess. And the part of the hole faces up, and you put it in at an angle like this. Once it's in, you slide it through, and then they pull that little piece of plastic back, and there's no needle in your hand. It is a piece of plastic. Just a tiny plastic tube that is in your hand, that way you can move. But I don't know why she chose right there. It was really close down here. Instead of usually up here on my vein, she chose all the way down here, and it really hurt going in. She did the 20 gauge, which I know I'm like, Serenity, what are you talking about? She did the 20 gauge, which I'm used to a 22 gauge, which is the blue needle. It's really small, but it really hurt. The nurse was super, super nice. Just sometimes you get the nurses who are really bad at IVs. And the thing with me, if you get my IV correct, I'm gonna bleed. Point blank period. It's what having hemophilia is for. I'm gonna bleed. I know how to give myself an IV. I know how it works. But I don't know if I hate talking about needles, but if anyone has experienced it before where they get an IV and they kind of like wiggle around, because with an IV they need the blood to come out so they know they got it correctly, and they're wiggling in the vein. I'm like, just pull it out, because I have very good veins. I have great veins. Actually, I have scars. Oh my god, I feel like someone. I have scars from, mostly on this arm, from all the times I had to be poked and prodded growing up for 10 years. So you'll even see like I have little scars on my hand from when they poked me, but that really hurt. So usually I would take the band-aid off as soon as I got home, but it really hurt. I got really nauseous from it. It was not nice. This is the needle I'm used to. I have an IV kit at home because of blood disorders. Usually I get this needle. I get this on occasion, but this needle, these two are hard. These, I've had this one, never had these luckily, are so bad. It hurts so bad. When I was young, around 11, they'd use just these three for me, but I don't know, not to give you like needle phobia, sorry. But anyways, I haven't eaten all day. I have a really bad problem with not eating. This angle is so bad. I'm gonna go eat. It's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna eat my leftovers. I do one of my least favorite things, a new neti pot of these bad boys. I have to do this twice a day for 2 weeks and then every day. So you have to take sterile water to the line, swirl around, but don't shake. I look semi-decent. I have to be on camera. I'm gonna put makeup on a bit. And time to waterboard ourselves. It actually wasn't that blocked, so it only took 2 minutes. So 1 down. I'll be back later to do it again. I hate doing that so much. But I gotta put makeup on and I gotta film video even though I do not feel like it. I just didn't do it earlier this week. So now I have to do it now because it has to go up like by tomorrow. We got another rinse. I might have to put makeup on because I have to film probably like the last part of this, but also intro to 2 other things. So that's gonna be fun. I just woke up from a 2.5-hour nap. And I still need to eat lunch or something. Welcome to another angle on my bed. Actually, you're pretty far. That'll work. This is the angle you don't see. I realized when you see me sitting on the floor filming videos. Anyway, I wanted to sit down to kind of wrap up this video and talk about like a recap because I didn't really get to do that. It's really weird sitting up here because I never do this and the dogs are a little confused by it, but I did take note of everything and I just wanted to talk about them. So for the actual surgery, we arrived at around 8:30. That's when they told us to arrive because my surgery was scheduled at 10:30. I got checked in and like within 30 minutes after signing paperwork, verifying my insurance, all of that, I was taken to the back to get like the little bay area you get room and change and then get the ball rolling, start your IV and everything. Now, if you're someone with a uterus, you know you have to pee in a cup. So I went that morning and I could not for the life of me go again. So we were waiting in the back for a really long time. I know with surgeries, it can be a little weird, believe me. This is at least my 10th eye surgery. I need to sit down and actually calculate how many this has been. I'm very used to this routine, but it was weird to me because they told me, oh, don't worry about not being able to urinate because you're going to have plenty of time. We're going to pump you with 2 bags of fluid. I was like, that's really weird because I usually don't go through that much fluid before I'm taking a surgery. Come to find out, my surgery was not booked for 10:30 a.m. It was booked for 2 p.m. So realistically, they should have told us to come in at noon. That would have been better because I have insomnia. I couldn't fall asleep till 3 a.m. But on top of that, I had to jump through hoops. I'm in college to get my absence excused with 3 different teachers. So if I had at the very least had to come in at noon, I could have gone to my first 2 classes and then I wouldn't have to have jumped through hoops to send in all this paperwork, if that makes sense. That really annoyed me. And plus I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm not very happy sitting there waiting that long. So at the very least, if I still missed those classes, I could have slept through till noon. I mean, I don't think you can understand unless you've done it, not eating at all, not even having a sip of water at all, and then being rolled back for surgery at 2:30 p.m. Being up actually since like 7. So we were just waiting in the little like bay area. Also, the beds got a lot smaller, which is funny. I was laying on my side like this, head against like the pillow, and I got this really insane pain, like numbness right here. Honestly, it felt like the worst toothache in my life. And I freaked out because I've been experiencing hives for the past week I have no idea what it's from. It's not something I ate. It's not something, not a different detergent. We have no idea where it's from. I've ended up in the hospital. I've ended up at my doctor. I've ended up at a specialist trying to figure out where these hives are coming from. And it really worried me because I thought maybe these hives were a reaction to what they were giving me. I was hooked up to Tylenol and I was hooked up to just like fluids, electrolytes, whatever, but they were going really fast. The electrolytes, it was done in like 45 minutes for the big bag, and I freaked out. Apparently the Tylenol wasn't going yet. So I just had to sit up, and then I kind of lost my center of origin. I had to sit like this for a good 10 minutes before the pain went away, but that was really weird. Negative was that my anesthesiologist was not very kind. He was pretty dismissive, which I'm used to having surgery. My one request is that you don't put me to sleep until I'm in the room and can look around so I know I've made it safely. It's not like a weird request, but it's just something for my safety because with anesthesia, you're gonna lose your memory. He didn't even tell me, hey, I'm pushing the fluid. I knew he was before they rolled me out of the bay to the OR room. And all I remember is going through the OR room and then putting the oxygen mask. But before they could even put the oxygen mask, I was already falling asleep. I didn't appreciate that. I need to know that I'm safe somewhere before you do that to me. That way I make sure that, okay, there is the female nurse or anesthesiologist, there's a female staff, I've made it to the bed safely, that sort of thing. So that didn't appreciate that. So with that, I woke up hearing first. I always wake up hearing first. I was barely like even waking up before they took, obviously they're working on my nose, through my nose, so they can't put the oxygen up my nose. They have to put a tube down my throat. And I was barely waking up when they took the tube out, and within like 15 minutes they already wanted me gone. I was barely conscious. I stayed asleep as my mom drove me to the pharmacy to pick up my antibiotic. I'm on an antibiotic just in case, although they were trying to give me oxycodone. I don't like that stuff. I have a whole reason why. I'm just scared of getting addicted to them, and this pain is not that bad. That taking Tylenol is perfectly fine. And I fell asleep the whole ride. I can, with anesthesia, I always hear things. I can hear everything around me. I'm not physically awake, so I heard everything. Then we came home and I slept pretty much the rest of the day. I did take a blanket from the hospital. I'm not ashamed. The nurse let me. I don't know why. I like those blankets. Let me show you. It's right here. It's just the hospital blanket. I'm a big blanket person. I have 3 on my bed, 2 on my desk chair, 1 that it hangs off my bookshelf that is like a hooded blanket, 1 that's on my reading bench. I love blankets, okay? And I have a weird thing. I like hospital blankets. So I slept all day. We didn't get home till around like 4 p.m. No, I woke up at around 6:30 and I said, I'm going to sleep for another hour and then we're going to go get food or whatever. I'll order food. I didn't wake up till 8 and everything closes at 9. So we ordered Mexican, and I came home, stayed up till around 11-ish to finish the last 2 episodes of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives with my mom, and then went to bed till around 9 a.m. the next day. So the next day, my Friday classes are actually asynchronous. My professor doesn't want to teach on Fridays. I love that for her because I don't want to attend classes either every day of the week. And I had gotten most of my work done for the week. Thought I did, and then professor sprung extra things on top, but you saw that already. So I woke up naturally at 9. I didn't have an alarm set. Well, I have my daily alarm that's always set at 8 a.m. just to like remind me it's time to start waking up. But I didn't set an alarm that like you need to be up by this time. So I wasn't in a rush, but I woke up naturally at 9 and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I just started working in bed. I had to email my professors a bunch of stuff. I had some messages that I needed to reply to, that sort of thing. And I just worked in bed all day pretty much. So with the final things that have happened after surgery that I am used to, I wear glasses, if you don't know. I am trying to get my doctor to let me wear contacts because I don't want to be wearing my glasses every day. My eyesight is not horrible. I can see things far away. I just can't read them. It's blurry, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to get contacts. Let's see if my surgeon agrees, allows me. But with this, they are working this side. So even the glasses I can get, I can't have wire frames because it'll push on. I have to have like plastic, and they have to be kind of light on the nose. They have to sit higher on the nose right here compared to like right here. So I can't really wear my glasses right now. I'm wearing them right now, but I keep having to take them off every like 30 minutes or put a tissue right here, like a little piece right here, because it is putting pressure right here, which is where they worked. I also have a little red bump from that. This is probably the 3rd worst eye surgery I've had. Last year's was the worst when they drilled the hole in my nose bone. The first one was really bad because I wasn't used to it. This one, it just feels like I pinched with an acrylic nail the inner corner of my eye really hard. That's what it feels like, and my eyes are really dry, but I cannot put anything in my eyes. I cannot blow my nose for a week. I can only sneeze with my mouth open. It's just a precaution. And another least favorite thing is, you see how my pillows are straight up? I have to sleep like that. I cannot sleep laying down. I have to sleep at an angle like that. That way, in case my nose starts bleeding or anything, I'm at an angle. Twice a day on nose rinses, which are no fun, but you know what? These are actually pretty easy. They are only taking like 2 minutes. I say it's like waterboarding yourself. The only thing is I fell asleep today because I took my antibiotic only on a granola bar. I should have eaten a whole meal. That's besides the point. But yeah, that is everything. It was actually pretty easy. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. It is a routine eye surgery for me. That is the video. I'm really bad at vlogging, but mostly I don't know if I should have vlogged surgery when I'm out of it most of the time, but it is what it is. All my socials are linked down below. Follow me if you want. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And the doggo picture of the day is gonna have to be this picture of Nebula because she's right here with me. Love you, minute kisses. Don't drink stupid. I'll see you next time. Bye.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt